Young Frank could only muster a draw. Arsenal and Liverpool make it 2 out of 2, while VAR comes to the rescue for Spurs against Manchester City in the Premier League. Welcome to the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. My name is Solomon Fowowe, and I'm here with Timila Yomilano, who is yet to give us insights on things from the Premier League. How's it going, Timmy?
Hi, Solomon. I'm very well.
So, just going straight into the matter, we saw Young Frank. Young Frank, by the way, wasn't my own idea. It was Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers who gave him that during his post-match press conference. So, straight away, we had Frank Lampard. Yeah, it was a draw against Leicester City again, and it looks less impressive than when they faced off against Liverpool during the midweek. So, would you say that their midweek exertions really had a part to play in this side looking less than they really are?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a fatigue, so to say. I would just say it's a test run Frank Lampard is trying to pass through to his side. Because see that the team against Leicester City played just about 25 minutes of that game.
25.
They played just the first 25 minutes of that game. They were very, very impressive. The defense, the midfield, the attack was exceptional. But then they dropped the tempo of the game at the middle of the game, and then, you know, they had to start fighting back until the 60th, somewhere about 68th minute, when into the equalized the goal, which he was at fault against, against Mount.
By the way, indeed, he's a person of interest for us in Nigeria.
Yeah, he was outstanding anyways, but until he had that omission, which Mount capitalized on to give Chelsea just one goal.
Okay.
We would see that the midfield, it was very, very compact, and then, you know, the midfield was compact, thanks to Ndidi for that. And then I see the Chelsea team improve day by day. Well, I would say that the game was just a test, it was another test exam for Frank Lampard. Against Manchester United, the defense was very, very porous. They conceded 4 goals against Manchester United, and in the midweek against Liverpool, they were exceptional. Yeah,
there was progress that we saw.
Yeah, the defense was good, the midfield was good, and then as well the attack. But then come to Leicester City on Sunday, they were very, very porous. They were not that good. I would say that was caused because of the test run. I think the Frank Lampard is doing the test run. He was trying to, because 3 of those players that started against Liverpool didn't start yesterday, and I think that was why the result was like that.
So many people will tell you that they probably were lucky to come out of that game with a draw, because Leicester were very good towards the end of that particular fixture. But one of the positives that we've seen from this side, although Lampard says that he saw more positives in the 4-0 loss to Manchester United than the draw that he had against Leicester City. But one of the positives we saw from that side is Mason Mount, who gradually has shown himself as an exceptional talent that needs to remain in that side. Do you think Mason Mount will remain in that side for Lampard for the remainder of the season?
Yes, Mount has been exceptional. 3 games so far, he has been exceptional. But then he has not played in a single role for those 3 matches. Against Liverpool, he was at the wings. Yesterday was in the midfield. He was playing just right behind the striker. I would say he is a player just 20-year-old, and then he's a very, very good material for this side. He has fit into that first 11 already, and I believe would expect more from him.
So you expect him to remain in the starting 11 for Lampard's side?
Yes, I expect him to remain in midfield for Chelsea.
That's interesting, but Oliver, you'd expect that the culture of patience, since you're building a young side, you have to be patient with this side. I think that's what you're advocating for Lampard now. And just sashaying into the next game, the biggest game of the weekend, it was Spurs against Manchester City, and we saw again that VAR came to play a huge part in this particular fixture, because we saw Gabriel Jesus, who got that 3rd goal, what should have been the 3rd goal in the final minutes of that fixture, but VAR cancelled it because of a handball incident by Aymeric Laporte. But just away from the old VAR drama, because we don't want to dwell on that right now, we saw how impressive this City side were, and Pochettino himself attested to the fact that City were miles ahead of them in that particular fixture.
We all know that.
When you see this side, especially with De Bruyne again, is it possible for them to do even better than they currently are?
I think the coach, the philosophy of the coach, the Pep Guardiola, is just that they need to improve just every game.
But Guardiola himself said it was probably one of the best games that they've played under his tenure.
Then the next match will be their best game to him.
Whoa.
So that is what his philosophy is about. He wants his players to give more and more per game. So I think that is what he's trying to pass across, that okay, this game, next game, you will see a better side of Manchester City.
Well, better side of Manchester City. So let's just go to the teams on top of the league. Liverpool is first, while Arsenal is second. For Liverpool, it was 2-1, a never victory at that against Southampton, and we've spoken about probably the midfield exertions. They played 120 minutes against Chelsea, and we saw that play out again. But one very important part in that particular fixture was Sadio Mane, who scored, who came to the rescue again for Liverpool. So in the past 2 games for Liverpool, we've seen him score 3 goals. Do you think it's going to be the most important piece in this Liverpool side for them to probably get their 19th league win?
Yes, I think Mane would be that player Liverpool have to trust to give them what they want in the Premier League. Because even, let's talk about last season, he was so exceptional. I think he scored about 20 goals for Liverpool. Yeah,
he was joint highest goal scorer with Mohamed Salah.
So I think Mane is a player that would give Klopp what he really wants.
No, maybe this is the question I should ask. Do you think he should wield even more influence than Mo Salah in that Liverpool side?
I think this is it. I think Mane is coming as a pretense for Klopp side, in the sense that everyone is shifting the eye to Mo Salah.
The attention to Salah.
The attention to Mo Salah. That, okay, this is the guy we want to mark out. But then Mane will just come from nowhere. Against the Chelsea, you would never see Mane so holding the ball so much like that. But then you see him score 2 goals against Chelsea side. And then I would say that Mane is a player that would deliver that thing for a club. I think he's a player that we should watch rather than Mo Salah.
Well, so you're saying it's the go-to guy for Liverpool and Klopp in this Premier League season. So now to that game, Arsenal against that was Burnley, and we saw Ashley Barnes again. He has 3 goals in the past 2 games. Impressive stuff. But it was slightly easy, a little bit more easier for Arsenal, where we saw Aubameyang get that very impressive goal, the second goal that saw Arsenal get the victory. But the more important person probably in that side was Ceballos, who gave 2 assists in that game, and he got a standing ovation by the Emirates on his debut. So it was super impressive in that game, and many people have come to say that he probably is the replacement to Santi Cazorla. Since that man has left, they've not had a replacement in that midfield. Just the question now is it the answer to Arsenal's midfield woes? We saw Unai Emery demand so much of Ozil, and Ozil wasn't able to deliver on all of those things. Do you think Ceballos is the man to go to?
Yes, I think Ceballos will be the man, but then we shouldn't expect so much from him yet. That was his debut, that was his first game. And talking about the physicality against where he's coming from, I mean the La Liga side, the Madrid side, you wouldn't expect so much physicality, but now he needs to up his game. Yes, it might be the answer to Emery's answer in the midfield, but then he needs to up his game. He needs to be more physical. He needs to face more challenges, and then I believe he is a good guy that would help Emery in the midfield. But then he needs to still improve his game.
Yeah. Just to add to what you said, many Madridistas will tell you that is a slightly frustrating figure to watch, especially in the midfield, and he just needs to make sure he delivers much more consistently. You could see that he was enjoying himself in that game. He was enjoying himself, putting himself about. But we saw him also deliver in that side in those 2 assists that he gave. So heading to the game today, Timileyin, we have Wolves against Manchester United. Obviously, you don't expect Wolves to be as open as Chelsea in their first game, where they just steamrolled past Chelsea. So it's going to be a tough tie for Solskjaer and his lads. Do you see them getting one over Nuno Espirito Santo's side in this particular fixture?
Yes, although the Wolves side are very good at defense, you will give it to them. But and then the Man U side are traveling to Wolves, so they are away to Wolves. So I believe Man U might get a win. Just might get a win, but then they have to work on their wings. They have to do counter attacks, because I think that is the only way they can get ahead of the Wolves side.
This is the problem I have with that. As much as you want to counter-attack, you counter-attack a side against the side that is willing to give you spaces in behind. And we've seen the Wolves side culturally to be a side that doesn't give so much space for you. So I also think it's going to be a problem for Solskjaer's side, since they are heavily dominant in the counter-attacking spend, the counter-attacking phase of the game.
They have to capitalize on that.
If you're playing against a team that plays the mid or the low block in defense, or they're very compact and they're low block, low pressing side, it becomes a problem, because you don't have too many attacking talents that are able to unravel a deep-sitting defense. Do you think this side will be able to unravel Wolves in this
Yes,
particular
I
fixture?
think they will. They have the Rashford who can run, whose pace is very exceptional, and then he delivered that against Chelsea. He had 2 goals against Chelsea, and I believe he's a guy that can deliver this kind of run for the Man Utd side and then give them the win.
Interesting take there by Timmy. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Timmy.
No, thank you, Solomon.
Yeah, so that's our package for you today. This has been the Nutmeg. Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. That's The Guardian Nigeria. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you should already, because we have awesome content coming around for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Solomon Fowowe.